Welcome in, friends. It is another huge, massive race weekend coming up at the South Texas Race Ranch. And this is your preview show as we get you set up for everything that is going on here at the Race Ranch tonight. And there's a lot going on. I'm Rodney Rodriguez. Owen Pittman joins me here as we are in the Turn 5 bar. And Owen, your shows here at the ranch, as I like to say, they're always good, man, but there's some really cool stuff that's happening tonight.
Yeah, we got an interesting mix of things. We're super busy, right? So we got the dwarf cars here tonight, and obviously all our regular classes. So going to be a full gamut of racing, which is always good at the race ranch. The racing's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So we got some great drivers. Got all our kids stuff going, man. We got the bounce houses out there. We got the school bus. I'm about to go pack the track with the school bus and load it full of kids. So we're going to start that off. We got the kids club kicking off tonight. Can't say enough thanks to James Cole and ODS donating all the shirts. Every kid gets a shirt. Plus, we got all kinds of prizes for them tonight and every week at the kids club. So super excited to get that thing really rolling and going. And we got LEDs out there, legendary event display screens. Excited about that. Hope people tune in to watch that stuff.
Man, so let's talk about that. And people, you're going to see it if you check in on Race on Texas. And if you're here, if you're on your way here, for now, I'm calling it the 317 Awards Super Screen is what we're calling it right now. And this thing is sitting out in the middle of the infield out here at the Race Ranch. And this kind of talk about, because what this allows, I think it's really cool because fans can follow along with the stream. Obviously, as things are going on, whatever the deal there. But it allows you the opportunity to showcase your sponsors. And I think that's a really big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So the sponsors is a huge key. We want to continue our support and pushing the sponsors hard. Thank you for doing all the voiceovers on the sponsors. It looks good, sounds good. Bill Dunlap did all the production on those. And I got Mike Meekum. Man, I can't say enough about Mike doing some production on the backside, to produce the show.
Yeah.
So, man, our end goal, and I think you're going to see it improve every week. This is like literally, Mike Meekum's been working on this since last night, and me and Mike have been blowing each other's phones up with ideas and excitement about doing stuff. We're going to get our drivers' faces on that thing, in front of people. We're going to get all kinds of information flowing through that thing. We're going to get to the point where we have in-car camera, we have instant replay showing up on that thing, and it's going to be in Houston next week and the week after that. It's going to be back at the Race Ranch for the 18th and the 2-day sprint car show. It's going to make what we do here, and I hope it changes the face of racing. I think it's going to be exciting.
I really think it will. I mean, because you go to racetracks around the country, and they do have something like that. I don't think I haven't seen anything quite that massive at a short track, but you've got something like that, and I think it really is because it does. I mean, with replays, and I mean, if for whatever reason you just look over there and you can follow along, and I mean, eventually it'll have live timing and scoring, and all of that stuff is there. So, man, I think it's really a big deal, and you've done a lot of things that just kind of change the whole landscape of racing around here. But I think this one right here, dude, people are going to be blown away when they see that thing.
I think so too. I think it's definitely value added for our business. And, we'll just continue to grow it like crazy. And it's like Mike Meekum says, man, it's NASCAR level stuff. I said, well, that's the end goal, right? And I said, it's important to me to put faces with the names of the drivers, for instance, and have them known. And because that's what you watch. You watch for the Kyle Busch and the, Dale Earnhardt Jr. And you watch those personalities, right? And we don't have that in short track racing. You just have a number on a card. An announcer telling you who they are.
That's it.
So if we can advance that more towards not so much the way NASCAR does business. It's not that. It's more towards the drivers and the way they do business and get that name recognition, face recognition, where our people are going, man, I like that guy. He's a good dude. That's a big piece to build into this, along with, like you said, all the instant replay. Rodney, I want to get to where you're up there making fun of people while they're doing kiss cam and chug cam, and we're going to add cameras to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to do a lot.
Well, and I think the thing about it is, I mean, it adds to the entertainment value. And I think for sponsors, I mean, like race car sponsors, it allows them the chance, like Owen Pittman, the driver of my number 17 car. And then he pops up on that thing and he's doing an interview or whatever it is. And you can talk about that business or whatever. It just enhances the whole experience for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. It's part of it, right? We go out and we get interviews with all the winners, giving all of their sponsors at the end, right? Well, then we're playing that before the races and during the races at some point. trying to just continue to build what the driver has, and it helps the driver too. The more sponsors they get, the more opportunity they can come out here and race for us. So we need to help them as well as ourselves. It's great for my sponsors for the racetracks. We can't do it without them. So to be able to put their commercial up there, talk about their business, it goes so much further. Not that you don't go a long ways talking about them, Rodney, but
no,
it's pretty awesome
I totally
to have
get that.
some vision with.
So I love it, man.
They got to tune in to see this thing. It's not tiny by any means. It's actually a massive video wall.
You will not miss that.
No,
I mean,
if you do, you're blind.
Yeah, we're not going to sit here and tell you that to come out and see the super screen and it's going to be, this little monitor sitting out there.
Yeah.
You absolutely are not going to miss this thing. This is very much, I think, like when I go to watch my Cowboys, when I go to watch a Cowboy game, I mean, I'm sitting up in the rafters, and it's like I'm watching the shit up there.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going to happen here.
Yeah, they're going to be watching right there.
I think that's what's going to happen
here.
Yeah,
the bad part about it tonight is with the wind blowing at 40 miles an hour, we can't really raise it up. So it raises another 12 feet in the air. So it's so large, you can't see the back straightaway through a section there. So even the flagman's like, I can barely see over this thing at all. So he's a little worried about it. But eventually we'll have it to where it's raised up in the air 12 feet and you see the cars go under. You'll be able to see fine. But in Houston, I think we're going to park it, just off pit road, kind of in the grass back there. It's going to really be neat over there as well. But no, a lot going on with that and a lot going on period here at the ranch. So excited to get tonight going and see what we can do here, man. It's going to be fun. I know you're going to have to do a lot of coordination on the sponsor side and stuff going on, and it adds workload to you. But I think you guys putting all that together makes the show so much more incredible. So I agree with you. You watch normally. My fans are way down on this end, or way down. Let's see how many migrate to the middle tonight.
Yep.
I really see what's going on.
I really think that between the 30-yard lines, we're going to have them stacked. We're going to have them stacked really good. Yeah. But it is a big night as Dwayne Groff walks up, the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas here tonight. So really excited to see a bunch of old friends making their way here for that tonight. But lastly, I know you got to get Diesel, but I think let's the Kids Club. I mean, I think the way that you have honed in with the focus, and we had Billy Mazzell on here the last time we did our pre-race show, kind of talked about how the bus got here and that whole story. But I think the fact right there of because what you're doing here, what you're doing in Corpus Christi, to me, it really is. And that's why, I mean, one of the many reasons that I love coming down here is this feels like CC Speedway. This feels like Riverside Speedway. Yeah. This feels like that stuff that we used to come see in Corpus Christi. Well, hell, except this bar. I mean, we
didn't have those
added enhancement right there. $1 Dos Equis all night, by the way.
Yeah, we had the beer garden back at CC Speedway. It was pretty nice. Had a little music in there. I mean, same thing we're going to do here. But no, I mean, it feels good. The kid deal, we learned something with Easter. I feel like that we had so many people here, so many kids that and they enjoyed themselves. So
they really did.
How do we continue to bring something to those kids that they want to wear us out to come, wear mom and dad out to come every week, right? So that's where we're at. We basically, it's free to join. You
that's right. We left that out.
T-shirt, and then they get. I don't know. I got them these colored batons tonight and crazy stuff, and every week they'll get something. We got all their birthdays, the April birthdays that are in the Kids Club. If you had a birthday in April, you'll show up on the big screen tonight.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
Yeah. And we will we'll be giving them a backpack, checker flag backpack with some stuff in it. So you get a lot of benefit out of coming and joining the Kids Club, man, for free. And kids are always free. So there's never a cost to get into the race ranch for kids. It's always free. Yeah.
And that's super important. I mean, that's how you get the customers back. If the kids want to come, I mean, that's how I wound up in this sport. It was like I came as a kid. I wanted to come all the time, and boom, we were there each and every time.
Hey, quick story.
Yeah.
I always hear and see and read, and I don't ever say anything on Facebook about the cost of racing, how expensive it is to go watch a race, blah, blah, blah. I had a guy call the other day because he had a credit card charge he thought was something we did wrong. And he came with 4 adults, 2 kids, drank beer all night, ate all night, spent less than $80. Now go to a movie and do that, or go to the bowling alley. I tell you what, me and my son went and played 3 games of bowling, and it cost us $90. So it's ridiculous. So, man, we're giving value. 4 adults, 2 kids, and eat and drink, have a good time. Less than $80. How do you go wrong?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. And like we said, $1 Dos Equis for
the value.
Yeah, that's right. For the big kids. I saw 3 bounce houses right out here on the other side.
Yep.
There's going to be food trucks here. Obviously, concessions. You can get the on-demand gear. I mean, everything that you want right here is in Corpus Christi. So we invite people to come on out, and of course, you can catch it on Race On if you're not going to be able to make it here to the track. Final thoughts, my man.
I don't got much left. I'm ready to go. I need to go diesel up the bus before the kids start piling in and get moving here. So thanks for hitting the pre-race show tonight. Looking forward to a big night and a lot of fun. And looking forward to the next 2 weeks in Houston.
It's gonna be fun.
Then we follow up with 2 big weeks here between the 18th
massive.
and then that big sprint car weekend. We put up massive money on that sprint car weekend. I don't know what I was thinking, but we're going to give it hell. For the 305s, that's going to be a cool show on Memorial Day. We've always had sprint cars Memorial Day.
Yeah.
So if I had to throw some money at it to make sure I have them
Absolutely.
on this one, I'm going to do it. And we'll have the dwarfs back on that Sunday as well. So
yeah.
A lot going that Saturday, Sunday, Memorial Day. So
it's going to be a lot.
Thanks,
Good
Rodney.
stuff. You betcha. We'll step away for just a moment. How about a word from On Demand Shirts? When I come back, I'm going to go over some point standings and one final preview of what we got coming up tonight. It is right here at the South Texas Race Ranch. About to get just a little bit western here in just a little bit. Back live at the South Texas Race Ranch in the bar as we get set for night number 3 happening here at the South Texas Race Ranch. As I like to say, it is about to get a little western at the corner of Old Brownsville Road and Saratoga. If you're not familiar with the place, you can't miss us. You can't miss us. Just look for the lights when you hit old, you will come right here to the corner. And like we said, lots to do. As we were just talking there with Owen, for the kiddos, there's a lot of cool stuff for the kiddos to do. The Dollar Dos Equis, food trucks, bounce houses again for the kids, and it's just going to be a great night. Oh, by the way, with all of that's going on, you've got a full card of racing, like I was talking about there with the Dwarf Car Racing Series of Texas. They're here, but of course you'll have the Rich Billiards factory stocks, which has been some really great competition. The Proline Pro Stock or Pure Stocks that continue to grow right here at the Race Ranch. They'll be here as well. The E-Mods, the Double J Jerky Limited Modifieds. We've seen some fantastic racing in that division as well here in 2024. And, of course, the Top Hat, Signs and Designs, Micro Mods will be on the card as well. So just kind of taking a look at some point standings. I know we are very early. We are very early in the season right now. But for a lot of folks, I mean, they really dive into points and are chasing season championships and so forth. And even though that we are very early in, I mean, let's take a look at some of those standings. And thank you all for the live comments. That is the beautiful thing about doing this. Corbett, credit cards for tickets. You know what? I believe so, but stand by and I will find that out for you as we'll be jamming it here live. So I'm going to find that out for you. I believe that answer is yes, but there it is right there. Yes, I do believe that they do. But I will verify that here in just a second. So taking a look at the point standings. And again, you can get all of these on My Race Pass. And if you're not coming and you're not checking in on Race On, of course, you can dive on to My Race Pass and see everything that's happening right here. In the Proline Pure Stocks, Hudson Miklicek up at the top of the heap with 78 points. Curtis King right there in that brand new number 2 points, so just a few markers behind. Trip Whitmire, Alexis Powell, and Noah Van Blarkum round out the top 5 there in the Pure Stocks. Micro Mods, Gilbert Pettis the third, 80 points up on top. Cody Harding, 78 points riding in second. Brooke Anderson, Eric Webb, and Sharon Harding rounding out your top 5 there. In the E-Mods, Parker Titzman up on top, 75 points. He's 2 markers ahead of Zach Freeman, Jet Johnson, Brianna Witchie, Daniel Preston rounding out the top 5 there. And in your Rich Billiards factory stocks, it's Brian Rye up on top with 78 markers. The winner the last time out here 2 weeks ago, Craig Oakes, Alan Torres, Johnny Westfall, Nathan Oakes rounding out the top 5. Double J Jerky Limited Modifieds, extremely competitive Double J Jerky Limited Modifieds. Nathan Titzman up on top, 79 points. 2 markers back has been Miklicek with 77. Brian Rye, Daniel Preston, Marcus Miklicek, 68 points, rounding out the top 5. So that is a look at your very early point standings. And yes, great observation right here from Ernest. If you're going to be heading out here, be ready. Be ready because the wind is blowing a ton, and it's not a cold wind. I can tell you that. I think we're probably sitting somewhere around probably close to 80 degrees right now outside ambient temperature, but that wind is whipping through, and it's definitely going to have an effect on things, which that'll actually affect the track, and that's something that we'll be working on throughout, or kind of detailing throughout the night to see what the track does. Water on the track, or water truck on the racetrack just a couple of moments ago. So they've been doing that. They're getting ready to pack that thing down. So we'll see what that brisk wind is going to be doing to us here this evening. Again, we invite you out. Dollar Dos Equis, a kids club. Kiddos, come on out. Free T-shirt courtesy of our friends at On Demand Shirts in San Antonio. That is waiting for you right there. You got bus rides on the cool bus. All of that is happening this evening. So you'll get to do that for the kiddos. I think even the big kids were doing that the last time out. So really cool stuff. And you got to make your way out to see the 317 Awards Super Screen. And I'm here to tell you, it is super. It is huge. It is massive. And you need to come take a look at this thing. It's really cool. Absolutely great point right here from Brad. The Texas Dirt Truck Series, great event the last time out with Lightning McGreen, the winner on that one. And then coming up on May 18th, like Owen was talking about, he was talking about Memorial Day weekend. But let me tell you, not putting the cart before the horse, because I know we've got a massive program to run here tonight. But coming up on May 18th, those trucks will be back. The Texas Dirt Truck Series will be back here in Corpus Christi at the ranch, and they will also be joined by the Stems Modifieds. That's the South Texas IMCA Modified Series here. So you'll have all the regular racing, trucks, and modifieds. That's coming up May 18th. But let's talk about April 27th. Great stuff coming up. Hope you're able to make your way out to the race ranch. If you're not, check it out live on Race On. If you're new to Race On, be sure and mark down South Texas Race Ranch as your racetrack of choice, as your favorite racetrack. Thank you all for being a part of the pre-race show. We invite you out here. It's about to get a little bit western. Like I say, it's about to get a little bit western at the corner of Old Brownsville Road and Saratoga from Race City, Texas. From Corpus Christi, the South Texas Race Ranch. It's coming up 7 o'clock. You'll catch it live on Race On if you're not going to be here with us. Guys, y'all have a great weekend. Hope to see you at the ranch. If we don't, we'll see you online. Take care, everybody.